Namaskaram to all Atmas. Today we are going to discuss on God's second commandment to spread the message of peace from various religious philosophies, to eradicate religious intolerance and make all people in the world to remain as one single world family. It is called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, to bring in peace to humanity and world peace. And in that respect, today we are going to discuss on message of peace from Buddhism philosophy. So here, today we are going to discuss on the theory of mind only. So what Buddha says about the mind, what it happens, how the mind has got a very important role to play for attaining enlightenment or for the destruction of mankind. Both delusion and enlightenment originate within the mind. In the mind, there are two parts. One is positive, one is negative. So if you go in the positive path, you get enlightenment. If you go in the negative path, you have delusion, dejections, unhappiness, attachments, greed, everything comes. And every existence or phenomenon arises from the functions of the mind. So whatever things that is happening, because the mind is connected to the five senses. These five senses are connected to the external world. So anything happens, these five senses connect with the mind. And the mind is operated with the tool of buddhi. So this mind, at various conscious levels, it behaves in different ways. As I told you, mind has four conscious levels. One is outer sensual conscious level, ego conscious level, Atma conscious level, and supreme conscious level. In these four levels, it oscillates. Where it remains at what stage is not known. That depends on the maturity of mind. But how by doing spiritual sadhana only, we can take the buddhi to the mind, supreme conscious level. That is the thing. For the function, just as different things appear from the sleeve of a magician, the activities of the mind have no limit. They form the surroundings of life. So, if the surroundings is good, you have the good thoughts, good actions. An impure mind surrounds itself with impure things. If you have the impure mind, your thoughts will be only impure, and it is surrounded by impure thoughts. Like you have greed, you have lust, you have jealousy, you have hatredness. All these are impure. The thought generated from this is called impure mind. The surroundings will be impure. And pure mind surrounds itself with pure things. So if you go to temple, your mind will become pure. You feel correct. When you see the God, you will have peace. That's why the environment matters for the mind to turn either in the positive or negative direction. And surroundings have no more limits than the activities of the mind. So, where you can go, whether you go to a alcohol bar or you want to go to temple, it depends on the maturity of mind and your inclination, the mind's inclination towards positive or negative things. Just as a picture is drawn by an artist, surrounding are created by the activities of the mind. So an artist draws a picture. The surroundings created by the activities of the mind. So what is the surround? How you create the surroundings? Suppose you are in the pure path. You create a pure environment, a state of peace. If your mind is impure, you create. Suppose the person is coming with all tension, mind is impure. Hatredness will be there, anger will be there. The atmosphere will become negative. When the surroundings created by Buddha are pure and free from defilement, those created by ordinary man are not so. So the surroundings created by Buddha. What is Buddha means? Now the physical Buddha is that. Buddha is the mind's, the buddhi. If it is pure and divine, then the surroundings will be pure and happy, peaceful. But a common man is always worried with thoughts. What is going to happen tomorrow? This man has cheated me. And he get dejected, he get angry, he get hatred, everything comes. So he cannot find peace in unity in him. The mind conjures up multifarious forms, just as a skillful painter creates pictures of various worlds. The mind multivarious forms. At one time it is happy, at one another time it is desire, at another time it is jealousy. The multifarious forms it takes. There is nothing in the world that is not mind created. So everything in this world is mind created. A computer is mind created, an aeroplane is mind created, a mobile is mind created, everything is mind created. The Buddha is like our mind. Sentient beings are just like Buddha. So the Buddha the Buddha is like our mind. Buddha means like our mind means our mind should be pure like Buddha. Then only can see enlightenment. Sentient beings are just like Buddha. Sentient beings means those who follow the spiritual religious path. Therefore, there is no difference among the mind, Buddha and sentient beings in their capability of creating all things. So, you can create things, you can create an environment based on your mind. Buddha has a right understanding of all things as fashioned by the moral mind. Therefore, those who know this are able to see the real Buddha. Buddha means not Gautama Buddha. Buddha means your mind, the purity of mind, the divinity of mind. Buddha has a right understanding of all things as fashioned by the moral mind. If your mind is moral, pure, it can able to understand the gravity of situation and work accordingly to so that there will be peaceful environment. Therefore, those who know this are able to see the real Buddha. But the mind that creates its surroundings is never free from memories, fears, or laments. But the mind that creates its surroundings is never free from memories. So, when you create surroundings, what is happening at the particular moment that remain in the memory, the things what creates fear in you, or laments, dejections, everything will be in the memory. Not only in the past, but in the present and the future, because they have arisen from ignorance and greed. So, the memories, fears, or laments, not only in the past, but in the present and future. So, these memories will be in the present and future, because they have arisen from our ignorance and the greed. As long as the mind is filled with ignorance and greed, it will have all kinds of impure thoughts, impure actions, everything. It is from ignorance and greed that the world of delusion is born. So, ignorance of mind is the cause for ego. The ego creates anger, delusion, dejections, everything. And one of the important facts of ignorance is the greed. The greed makes you to run helter-skelter to acquire wealth, everything. Whatever you want, the request to satisfy the greed is unlimited. And it may lead to delusion and all vast complexity of coordinating causes and conditions exists within the mind and nowhere else. So all the complexities of coordinating causes and conditions, whatever things, how to create this situation, how to plan, how to program, everything, for a good cause or a bad cause, everything, all complexity and coordinating causes and conditions exist within the mind. So the mind of an scientist, it goes in finding a solution for a particular thing and make invention. Mind of a person who is inquisitive to drink alcohol, his mind is only directed towards that thing. So all complexities are inside the mind. Both life and death arise from the mind and exist within the mind. So life and death. So every human being has taken so many births in various forms. First sense, second sense, third sense, fourth sense, fifth sense, and sixth sense human being form itself he has taken several births. So this Atma undergoes life and death in each form. And all these life and death experiences are stored in the mind. Hence, when the mind that concerns itself with life and death passes on, the world of life and death passes with it. So what it says is, when the mind that concerns itself with life and death, we have seen so many life, so many death, let us not think about it. If you come to that level of spiritual enlightenment, so the world of life and death pass away. You don't think that you have life as death. You remain economist. An enlightened life rises from a mind that is bewildered by its own world of delusion. So one who is not enlightened, such person, the enlightened life rises from the mind. So the mind, the enlightenment arises that is bewildered by its own world of delusions. And the mind is filled with delusions. It cannot get enlightenment. If you learn that there is no world of delusion outside the mind, the bewildered mind becomes clear. So, if you learn that there is no world of delusion outside the mind, so everything is inside this mind, delusion. Let us remove the delusions. Nothing is going to happen by having delusions in your mind. When that kind of thought comes, the bewildered mind becomes clear. And because he ceases to create impure surroundings, we attain enlightenment. When you get detached from all these impurities, then you can avoid creating impure surroundings, and that leads to the path of enlightenment. In this way, the world of life and death is created by the mind, is in the bondage to the mind, is ruled by the mind. The mind is the master of every situation. The world of surrounding is brought about by the deluded mortal mind. The mind is the cause for everything. Today, the peace in the world is disturbed. There are fighting going on between Israel and the Hamas in Gaza Strip, where Israel is killing thousands of people and destroying the property. What is making one to destroy? It is the thought in the mind. Everything. So today the calamities, the wars, the terrorist acts, all shows the mind of a person who commits it. When these kind of negative things vanishes from the mind, there will be peace in the world. Therefore, all things are primarily controlled and ruled by the mind and are created by the mind. So everything is created by the mind and ruled by the mind. As the wheels follow the ox that draws the cart, so does suffering follow the person who speaks and acts with the impure mind. So what it says is the ox is driving a cart. The ox is moving in front, the cart wheels move forward. So like that, the suffering follow the person who speaks and acts with impure mind. So, like a ox, the sufferings one who faces. One is having an impure mind, the wheel moves forward. This impure mind brings in delusion, dejection, unhappiness, anger, everything. But if a man speaks and acts with a good mind, happiness follows him like a shadow. So if you always speak truth, whatever be the situation, by telling lies, if you are going to gain, that will with that gain, along with it, it creates a guiltiness. So you cannot have peace, real happiness, by having the wealth, by getting that wealth in unhealthy manner, in a impure manner, immoral manner, illegal manner. So those who act in evil are followed by the thought. So those who act with evil are followed by the thought, I have done wrong. And the memory of the act is stored to work out its inevitable retribution in the lives to follow. So when this thought, what the thought, I have done wrong. When you have the thought of I have done wrong, there is a guiltiness in your mind. And guiltiness leads to dejection, depression, everything. But those who act from good motives are made happy by the thought, I have done good. So suppose you do good to people, good to the society, good to everybody. Then you feel I have done good. That brings in me, that shows my good motives and the made happy by the thought. You think I have done good, you will feel happy. And are made happier by the thought that the good act will bring continuing happiness in the lives of people. So when your mind continues to thinks of good, divine, pure. So naturally it brings only happiness, pure, and continues in our life. When the mind is impure, it will cause the feet to stumble along a rough and difficult road. When the mind is impure, the fear, what happens? Fear makes the man to stumble without could not able to stand on the floor. Because his head stumbling because of fear, guiltiness. There will be many a fall and such and pain, so much pain. So for such person, when they fall, they have to again apply the medicine. But the mind is pure. The path will be smooth and the journey will be peaceful. The mind is pure, your path will be peaceful. Path will be smooth and journey will be peaceful. One who is to enjoy the purity of both body and mind walks the path of Buddhahood. So if you want to enjoy the peace and happiness of both mind and body, one has to walk the path of Buddhahood, breaking the net of selfish, impure thoughts. What you have to do? You have to break the net of selfish, impure thoughts and evil desires. These things you have to first eradicate. He who is calm in mind acquires peacefulness and thus is able to cultivate his mind day and night with more diligence. So one who is calm in mind acquires peacefulness and thus is able to cultivate his mind day and night with more diligence. So such kind of mind what? Whenever it does any act, it do Atma Vicharana and correct it. So one who is treading the path of moksha, the righteous people, they will always have peace in mind, peace of mind while doing their duty. That's what here the message is conveyed under this Buddhahood, how to lead a peaceful life. So this is the aspects because the Buddhahood always aims for peace to humanity and peace in the world. So let us follow these principles daily and see that you move in the righteous path of enlightenment. Thank you.